Kavishka, you can start the session.
Can everybody hear me?
Yes, you are loud and clear. Please proceed.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kavishka. Today I'm going to teach you about microbit coding board. This IoT board. It's a very useful one and very handy, I think. And it's also very cheap, and everyone can learn it. And in Sri Lanka, there's a microbit user group, and we are a part. We are apart from that, and we help you to code microbit. That's our main thing. And now you can see the microbit, and this is the renowned microbit, and you see it's a pocket size codable computer. Yeah, you can code it. Okay, let's go ahead. And why microbit? Because we have lots of things like Arduino, Raspberry Pi, and so much other things. But why microbit? Because the microbit is very easy to code, other than the Arduino and Raspberry Pis. Raspberry Pi, as an example, we can code Raspberry Pi from C++, but everyone knows it can be coded from Python. So we can, and the Arduino can be coded from the C++, and C hash, basically from C++. But in the microbit, we use a concept called block editor. It's a visual editor, and there are so many designs on that one, shapes, and just you have to make the designs match together. Okay, I think most of people are clear with this, but we have, in case of we have newcomers, we can't let them away. That's why I'm doing this introduction part also. So now you can see the side, front side and back side of the microbit. In this quarantine season, you can't go to a shop and you can't get a microbit, but you can see in this slide. Yeah, now we can discuss about the parts of this microbit. And first one is LED. LEDs are, there are 25 LEDs. It is used as the display of this microbit, and also it can be used as the in the reverse side, it can be used as the light emitting diode, LDR, light sensor diode. Yeah, we have two physical buttons. You can code some events for that one also. Okay, and there are 25 external pins, but in this point of view, you can only see 5, mainly 5, and there are small strips between those main pins. As you can see in the picture, 0, 1, 2, 1, 2 are main pins, and the stripes between those pins are other pins. Okay, and you can power up your microbit from 3 voltage, or you can supply power to other things such as motor controllers, such as speakers, and any other things you want. Okay, so light sensor. I told you that there are 25 LEDs, and in the reversible manner, the LEDs are also used as the LDRs. Then what should the LDRs do? LDR sense the light, and it generates signals from that light. So you can I think you can make some innovation, like make innovation to sense light and do something. I don't know. You are the coder, and proceed with your coding. So there's a temperature sensor. Yeah, you can calculate the environmental temperature, not exactly, but for the um, near 1 Celsius, plus or minus 1 Celsius, it is accurate. And so when we are comparing the microbit and the Raspberry Pi, they doesn't have these on board. Temperature sensors, LDRs, are not on board on those development boards. But in the but someone can make an argument. There's a temperature sensor in the Raspberry Pi. Yeah, there's a temperature sensor in the Raspberry Pi in the CPU. So you can only measure the CPU temperature only. Okay, and that's why I'm telling you this microbit board is very handy. And yeah, it is full of technology and cheap also. Now there's a accelerometer sensor. Does everyone know acceleration? In Sinhala it is called Tarana in science subjects also. Okay, and you can sense whether the device is falling to the ground, or it is going constant speed, or it is increasing speed, decreasing speed. You can sense the uh, acceleration also. We'll talk about it later in the code base, because there are pre-written functions to sense the earth gravity, to yeah, earth gravity and other things. So compass sensor. Does everyone know? I think everyone know compass. What is a compass? Compass is the compass does what? It shows the north. But in this compass, it doesn't show the north. You have to code it to show the north. That's the microbit compass. You are the creator, and if you need to show the south, you definitely code it to show the south, and the compass shows the south. So radio. When I am saying the radio, I think everyone thinks, most of the people thinks, so we can listen to radio, listen to music. No, not that much advanced. It uses short wave radio science. So you can connect multiple microbits together and play a game or something. in last year we did a seminar in a school, and those boys made a tracking device, basically a tracking device using this radio function. So they explained us, when you are going away, if the person missed, we can send a signal from microbit to microbit in near, when they are in the near proximity. Okay. We can also talk this one in code based, because there are so many functions, pre-written blocks to be used. Okay. So move on to the next one, Bluetooth. Yeah. Uh, did anyone expect there are Bluetooth? They are using this Bluetooth. You can connect this microbit to your mobile phone and code it from your mobile phone. Yes, there's an app to code your microbit from the mobile phone. Just connect it with the Bluetooth and uh, connect it and code it. Okay. So processor. Everything has a processor. Even you has a processor. You have a processor. Processor is the brain, your brain, and the processor inside this one is a low power ARM mobile processor. Does everyone know ARM? ARM technology is used in processors which are used in mobile devices, such as your mobile phones, tabs, and your PDA and other things. Okay, and this processor can um, run heavy tasks, uh, like a background function running, foreground, and various tasks. You should have code it and see its limits. Okay, and do you know Apple iPhone 4 in a silicon? Before that, do you know the Silicon Valley in the USA? Oracle Corporation, Facebook, Google, and there's a seminar on that one, and it's also available in the YouTube. A presenter says, a presenter shows iPhone 4 and how many. He asked how many people does have this iPhone, and uh, most of the people, I think 80% of the people raise their hands, and he says, do you know the Apollo 11 computer? And yeah, in the I'll I have a question and I'll answer it for that later. Okay, and back to the story. And he says, with this iPhone 4 processor, you can launch multiple Apollo 11 launches. How many launches? 1.5 billion Apollo launches at the same time. So I think iPhone 4 is history back to 2006 or 8. Now you have the iPhone 11. Think about that. Even the iPhone 5 processor can handle 1.5 billion Apollo launches at the same time. Think about your mobile phone's processor. I think you can't imagine how many launches, how many space launches can handle. Okay, and this Nordic, back to this presentation, this Nordic NRF 51822 is also near to the capable near to the iPhone 4. So you have to choose the right coding for that and efficient coding and code your thing. So this is a block diagram. Processor is a microcontroller, and remember, basically the processor has the power to think, and the microcontroller only have the power to do the task. He has the muscles and the guts for the microcontroller, and the microprocessor has the brain. So how about the human? Human has both of them in balance. So if let me show you some examples. In microcontroller, you can control some motors, and you can make a toy car out of it. But if you would like to put some image processing or the artificial intelligence vision for that to self-driving cars like Tesla, so you need to use the microprocessor to do the processing tasks. Okay, so I think, yeah, in the block diagram also, microcontroller shows I/O, input output, or the input output, RAM, CPU, ROM, and the same one as in the same board, and the microprocessor only has I/O. So I think uh, from the previous example, you clear it out. Okay. Moving on to next one, USB interface. Uh, so you have USB, micro USB interface. What? To hook it up for the on the micro USB, and plug it to the computer and do the coding, and also the to power the your microbit. Okay. Reset button in case of emergency. Think if you are running a code that never ends and it has a bug and it is not proceeding, but you have to make it to the start. So you press that reset button, and you again it comes to the start of the code base. Software and tools. So there are two software, Microbit Blue and Microsoft Microbit Uploader. And Microbit Blue, I told you that the microbit can be called from the mobile phone. So download this app and connect it with the Bluetooth and code. And Microsoft Microbit Uploader is used in desktop computers or the laptops or other things other than the mobile phones or PDA. Okay, then you have to connect the microbit from the USB cable and upload your code. Okay, moving on to next one. Yeah, now comes to the fun part. I told you that microbit has block editors. Yeah, this is the block editor. Forever I'm showing it you from the uh, mouse pointer. Okay, and this is a block. Simply you have to do the building blocks thing. Have you ever in your childhood, have you ever played with the um, building blocks? And I think most of is yes, answers are yes. So It's easy to code with the microbit. Don't be scared. So in the next one, we are jumping to the this one. Okay. And does anyone have questions? I'll give you 5 minutes to ask questions about the current slides. Okay. It's okay. Uh, Tell me if you didn't get the previous slides. It's okay, because we are here to help you to improve your STEM skills. Today, yeah, I am helping you to improve your coding skills with the microbit. Okay, and I think you must ask questions which is burning in your mind. It seems anyone doesn't have questions, and I'll move into the coding one. Okay, it is the fun part. You'll see that. Okay, and I'm reviewing this presentation. And coming to the Google, I opened my browser. You can see this is a Chrome browser, and I opened it, and so type on makecode.microbit.org here, and it directs to this page. I think you won't have this much lines on your one, because I have done some microbit coding since 2 years, for 2 years. So I have some projects on that. Okay, and I'm creating a new project. Click on new project. It's okay if you can try along with my tutorial. It's better to understand, and if you have any questions, you can directly ask from me. And here we are, and this is our block editor. I told you about editor, building block editor. Yeah, this is our block editor, and there are simple words. What do you mean by basic? Here, basic means the essential functions in your microbit, and those are like show number, show LED, show icon, like that one. And this is the microbit which you are using your showing your results. And let me do one coding. I show hello on start or forever. On start means this code only runs only at once in the start, and for the forever this code repeatedly or recursively runs on the one microbit. Okay, and just for the record, I am putting it to the show string one, and you can see now. You can see hello. If you like to change the text on this microbit, I'll do it from here, and I like to type my name. So as soon as I type the word, it recompiles and shows the Kavishka text. Okay, and if you need more challenge rather than editing with the blocks, you can also do that from one, because you can code the microbit from JavaScript. So you can see the code basic forever loop is here, and show string function is here. So as you are beginners, I'll move on to the blocks one, because blocks one is more more easy for you. Okay, and I showed the function in basic, and going to the input. What are the inputs in our microbit? As I told before in the presentation, we have buttons, and do you remember about the accelerometer and the compass sensor, temperature sensor, light sensor? Those are the input ones. So there are button. I'll take on the button. On the button one, it shows only A. Click on the down arrow, and you can see A, B, and A, B, A, B, A, B. So you can code 3 functions on that one. Even these are event-driven functions. When it only runs only when you press the A or B or A plus B. You can code it. You are the guider. You can guide. So from the basic one, I got the show icon, and I clicked on the down arrow, and I select about the t-shirt. So you can see Kavishka is going. Kavishka is iterating. But where's the icon? I code it for the button A pressed here. So let me put this aside. This is my main focus here. So I'll press the A. You can see after going the Kavishka word, here t-shirt coming up. Okay, and I think you got the input functions of the maker code. Moving to the next one. Another basic thing, how do you get rid of these things if you don't like this one, or if this block doesn't match to you? How do you get rid of this? Try one. Okay, Did anyone figure out that one? So there are two ways: right click on your block and delete block, and it deletes. But click on your block and drag it to the panel, and when you are dragging it to the panel, the whole panel becomes red and a waste basket shows, and you drop it there. Okay, that's simple. So moving to the music one. Everyone loves music now. It's very simple. Okay, I leave it to you. Try. Okay, and LED. Here LED is considered as a matrix. Have you, in your school, did you try about the matrices or graphs, XY graph? That's one. Okay, and in this one, the microbits LEDs are numbers in this one: 0 0, 0 1, 0 2, 0 3, 0 4, and 0 0, 1 0. For the it is going to the reverse one. In this side, 0 0, 0 1, 0 2, 0 3, and for the x1, 1 0, 2 0, 3 0, 5 0. Okay, we look at that one in the future. Okay, and coming to the radio, here you have some functions, but before, did you ever notice about inputs? You can use any input from here. Music, you can use any block from here. But if you are using radio, you have to first set the radio group. Radio group means if you are using 10 microbits or 5 microbits, you have to set them into a same radio group. Okay, it is called a channel. In the IoT world, it is called a channel. Does everyone have a remote control cars? It is also running on radio. It also has channels. In the smaller ones or the basic ones has 2 channels. Channels are forward, backward, and right and left. But for the advanced racing cars, remote control cars, they have 8 channel, 4 channel, 10 channel, 16 channel, likewise. Okay, and like I said, you have to change this radio group number for the same microbit for the same number. If I am if I am using 1 on this microbit, and if I need to communicate with another one, I have to use also 1. Otherwise, it doesn't mean they are not in the same channel, so they can't understand, they can't receive what you are transmitting from here. Okay, after setting the group, you can use those. Okay, and for the loops, let me clear this one and come into the loops. Does anyone know what is a loop? Iterating. No, there's no ending. Yeah, and there are 4 loops. Repeat 4 times. Repeat 4 times means how did I know? First one, how did I know this should be in this one or this one? It's a fun fact. I'll name it as a fun fact. And if a block is like this one, or shaded or faded, it is inactive. So please look at the shape of your block, and I have this one in this block as this one, so I can understand. So you can also understand this shape is matched to this one, so I can drag and drop. When I am drag and dropping, it is highlighting. Okay, so likewise, I think you should try this one. Okay, and coming back to the repeat one. Repeat means it is repeating the code or the block inside this one for the for 4 times. Let me show you. Hello 1, hello 2, hello 3 is going. On start, yeah. On start, I said the code is only running only once. But if you need to run this code for exact times, like this one, 4 times on this on start, you can do repeat on. Then the hello is running for 4 times. After the 4 times, it ends. It never runs. Okay. And if you put into this one, what should be what should happen? Guess and say. What should happen? It runs 4 times, and this block ends, and again comes to the start of the forever loop, because it is forever. It runs forever. Okay, and let me take this one. Okay, loops. While is a condition. Okay, while something is true, you can run this one. I'll leave it to you because it is bit challenging. It would be a bit challenging for you, but it would be fun. You can find this out easily. And for the for element, this runs. This has a you can yeah, before talking about this for loop, we have to talk about the variables, I think. Okay, sorry for that, and I'll take this aside and I'll talk it a bit later, because you need to clarify what is a variable before this one. Okay, and logic means the thinking pattern or the decisions you make. Logic is decisions you make. As an example, a logic is, if it is raining, I should bring an umbrella. That's the logic. If that happened, I should do this one. Okay. Here we use if can't also run in in bear, he has to depend on start or forever. Okay, and if true, or you can do you can say anything. Let me build up a logic for you. Okay, and here we have comparison. I think as Sri Lankans, uh, we don't know how to do comparisons. Okay, and let me take this one. Do you know about this mark? This says the number in the left side should be lower than number is the right side. Okay, there are several other things. Okay, for this instance I use this one. So let me build up a logic. 2 and 3. Basic. If the logic is true, I shows true. If the logic is false, I'll show false. So on start, it runs on the on start. Here it runs true. Let me try again. Yeah, it runs true because the true is greater than 3. So the logic becomes true. Then if it is true, it runs the block inside the first space, or if it is false, it runs the block inside the second space. So let me change this one. Is 5 is greater than 3? No, false. Then it shows false. Okay. So using these logic functions, you can do some thinking, logical things for this microbit board, but it can't run heavy logical things such as image recognition that is capable on Raspberry Pis. They are not capable here, but the microcontroller things, if you are willing to build a toy car, you can build one and you can put some sensors in front of the car, and you can sense if a blockage in front of your car, it should turn. For that one, you have to use the if else or the logic part. Okay, let me remove this one. Okay, it comes to the variable. So by default, there are no blocks in this one until you make a variable. So what is a variable? Let me talk this. Let me explain that one, and after that we'll jump into the variables section. And for the variables, variable is can be used as a bucket that stores temporary words, numbers, or anything. Okay, the number or the things inside that bucket can be changed time to time. So in this one, new variable name. What is new variable name? I said the variable is like a bucket. So in order to identify the variable or the bucket, yeah, bucket is very familiar to you. Okay, um, in order to identify the bucket, we name it. It's the variable name. So if you ever need to use that bucket or the variable anywhere in your code base, just you can just um, mention your variable name, and and the computer program knows, this is the name of that variable. Okay, uh, I think does everyone clarified that? Did everyone understand? So in the Q&A, I don't see any uh, question regarding variable. So I think you understood it. Okay, and another tip: this variable is can be a variable name, can be anything, anyone. Okay, but you have to, but for your convenience, you have to name that one more properly, in a more proper words. Don't just put A or B or C, but just put meaningful names. I put car. So car is the variable. Okay. In this one, yeah, car. Now what? There are four blocks, but for the car we have 3 blocks. Okay, and car, set car to 0, change car by 1. Okay, and car means our car means our variable. So I'll show number. I'll put 1 car away, and yeah, 2 cars away. And if I take a car variable and drag and drop to here, yeah, I'll show you again. In the car, I am willing to store some numbers in the car variable or the bucket. Okay, now in order to show some numbers, I have to use show number function in the basic criteria. Okay, on the start I put show number, but here it shows only 0, but not the variable inside or the number inside the car variable. Okay, car bucket. But I have to, in order to show the numbers inside the car variable or the bucket, I have drag and drop to here. Then it shows what is inside the car variable. Just for the record, now car is set to 0. So how do we change the 0? There are 2 ways. Okay, there are two ways. Just again go to the variables, and there are two functions: set car to 0 or change car by 1. Set car to 0 means we says in the programming world, it is says initializing the uh, initializing the variable. And in your words, when you are creating the car bucket, we put some numbers for that. Let me show one. Okay, set car to 0, but I am setting car to 5. Then the car equals 5. Again, show number becomes show number car, because at the initialization stage we set car to 5 and it has the 5, and show number car to 5. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to play with this one. Okay, please play this one, and if you make a mistake, it doesn't break your computer, so don't be scared to play with these codes. Okay, it's just the browser. These codes are only running in the browser. If the codes are not compatible, this microbit one doesn't run. Okay, so please, I'll give you 5 minutes to play with this one. Okay. In the meantime, if anyone has a doubt, please put on the Q&A and I can answer for that. Okay. I can't see any Q&A questions on this Q&A thing side. I think everyone got that. Okay, so moving to the next one. Here, uh, change mean what? For the change means we are increasing or decreasing the number inside the car variable. Okay, and then we detach, and you put on starter side and take the forever one. So in the forever, I'll use forever loop to explain you the change function of this variable. Okay, and Okay. I can use also the start function also, because at the initializing at the beginning of the variable, or at the beginning of the microbit, I program car to be 0. On default it is also 0, but I have to show this one for you. Okay, then I put show number here. So then I take change and attach after the show number. It is also the logic. Try to attach the change function before the show number, and you can see you will never see the 0 in your display. Why? It's the flow of the yeah, it's the flow of the program. The car is set to 0, and after the onStart function runs, it comes to forever. Again, at the beginning, the 0 is changed by 1 plus 1. If I put -1 here, I never did that, and let's try it. Yeah, it shows -2, -3. You see, you have to try this one. Okay, don't be afraid of breaking your computer. It never breaks your computer. Even I also did this one in first time, putting -1. Okay, so back to again to first change car by 1. I change the logic from show number and change, and I restart the code. Okay, you see, I displayed 0 again. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. You see, the car's variable is increasing by 1. How about to increase this one by 5? Just play with it. Then you can get the 0, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, like. Okay, so I think you got the variables one. Okay, for the beginners, there's another one, maths. Is there anyone hate maths? Yeah, these are very basic math functions. Okay, don't be afraid, or don't hate maths. There are basic functions: plus, minus, multiply, another reminder, and those things, square root. So try this one. Okay, and I'll take square root, but the shape doesn't match. What should I do? Square root of 0. I put 2 now. I'll put 2. I'll put 2. But in order to show a number, this square root by 2 is 4. It's a number. And back to start. At the beginning, I said if you need to show a number, what should you do? You take the show number function, and then show number is 0. This is also a number. Square root of 2 is 4 is a number. Then I'll take, and you see it comes to here. When it comes near to the show number space or the slot, it highlights the highlights together. I drag and drop there. Square root means the okay. Sorry. Okay. I think you got that one. And if you like to play more things, there are advanced functions also. There are functions, but you have to make a function. Okay. Here, please try this one. Okay. Arrays. If you are new to coding, if you like to build your future career as a software engineer, web engineer, backend engineer, you should try this one, because arrays are the master of these one. These any software engineering, web engineering, or anything. Okay. Text. Yeah, we tried the text show string, but there are more functions in this one. Okay. Game. Yeah, you can use you can make snake game, snakes here. That was Nokia 100 phone, so those songs. Okay. Image. This is not a true image, but you can create an image. Okay. There are 10 slots and 5 slots here. As a tip, you have to use offset functions to tilt your image here and there. Pins. What are the pins? These are the pins. I think you can see my mouse cursor. These are the pins. You have to program those also. Okay. Serial. What is serial? It's a bit advanced function. Serial means you can communicate with another device through through the USB, or there's a special port on those other microcontrollers. It is called I2C. Okay, I2C port. You can play this one, play this one, and if you need to couple, if you need to connect a microbit, Arduino, and a Raspberry Pi, you can connect those three things, and you can use those things at once using this serial function. Okay, but it is bit advanced, but you should try this one. Another thing is you have to master the basic functions. Basic functions, these basic functions in the microbit. After, you have to try this one, these things also. Okay. Control means what? You have to, you can sometimes you have to do the interruptions, or interruption means you have to stop the code while it is running without pressing the reset button. So what should you do? Yeah, there's a one, reset in control. Okay, there are lots of things. That's why I told you should try those. And I think everyone got that one. And How about we move on to some practicals? Mm-hmm. How about we make a mini project? I'll give you 5 minutes to play with these functions, and again after that I'll come to the project. Okay. So take your computers because it is quarantine season. Uh, Everyone is in the east side of the home, and you have the computers, you have the internet. Uh, Only resources you need is a computer and a internet connection. The internet connection, it is not recommended to be a high speed broadband or something. You can use also the uh, hotspot which is used by your mobile phone data. Okay, and I'll give you 5 minutes to play with these things. Be familiar with this one, and if you have any questions, doubts, please put in the Q&A section. I'm happy to help you with that. Okay. So the 5 minutes is up. Let's make a project. Have you ever heard of the roll the dice game? In Sinhala it is called Dadu Kete. I think everyone heard of that. How about it make a roll the dice game from this one? Before that one, I need to clarify how the roll the dice make well, how the dice work. It has 6 sides uh, and it has 6 sides, and each side there are numbers on that one from 1 to 6. So we should make when we rolling the dice, we take it to our hand and shake it once or twice and put it on the ground. Then random numbers generate 1 to 6. Okay, it's the point of this one, generating random numbers 1 to 6. So let me guide you with this one. Okay, first I'll name the project, or in the start I'll show dice. Okay, dice. Now it shows dice. Then can we use forever? In the real world, does the dice also make a every time makes a number, or when it is shaking, or when you are playing it is making a number? Okay, and we can't use forever for this one. I'm removing it. Okay, and I use on shake because in the real world we shake the dice twice or thrice and put it on the ground to roll up to a number. Okay, so on shake we took one shake, then we are showing numbers 1 2 3 4 5 6 are the numbers. So every time we are going when we every time we shows the number, we need to use the show number basic function. Then we have to generate numbers from 1 to 6. So how generate numbers from 1 to 6, but not in order? We have to pick random numbers. Okay, and this is how it works. Here up to now it is working. It's the basic of the coding. Okay, every time you try to do some coding, please run it every time you write some codes or debugging it. Okay, up to now I checked on start it shows dice, and on shake only for the now it shows show number 0, but I have to generate numbers 1 to 6, and here I press the shake button because we can't shake the real not the virtual virtual microbit. Instead it has a function on this one on shake. Okay, when you shake it, it shows 0. Now I have to generate random numbers. Okay. Yes, there's a function in the math section. Pick a random number, random 0 to 10. Now we take it and put it in the show number function. Now it shows 0 to 10. But what is our limit? 1 to 6. Because the dice has 1 to 6. 1. I change the lower end to 1 and the upper end to the 6. Then what happens? Automatically shows 1 to 6. What happens now? I shake 3. I shake 6. 4. 6. 4. 3. 4. 2. 6. See, we made the roll the dice game. How much time it took us to make the game? Only 6 minutes. You see, coding is very easy with the microbit. If you would like to advance your career or your future with the software engineering or previously mentioned jobs, you must definitely try out this microbit, microbit code editor and microbit board. Okay, it doesn't you doesn't need to have a you doesn't need to have a physical board with you to code with the microbit. Here I showed you how to code with the virtual microbit. Okay, so I think I lost someone. I lost a function to be explained. Okay. For function. So how does this for function works? I make get a forever function. Remove this unshake. For. And here's the for. For index from 0 to 4. Do. Yeah. We made a variable. Here it uses a variable. I am using car. In the variable name, near the variable name, there's a down arrow. When we click that, we can list the variables that are already defined. Okay, and I use car. For car from 0 to 4, do. Okay, I take the show number and put it in here, and yeah, I'll remove the dice one. So basically it shows 0, car 0. Okay, let me take the variables car here. What happens? It counts 0 to 4 and it again comes to 0. Why? In the for function, here we have defined the lower limit of the variable and upper limit of the variable. If we set 1 to 10, what happens? it's count to 10. For doesn't mean for function doesn't mean it always use as a counter, but sometimes it can be used as a counter, but for the most time for loop is used in various ways. In the future we'll see about that. Okay. So why don't you make your own roll the dice game? In another 5 minutes, I'll start another project with you. I'll guide you with that one. Okay. Okay, now the 5 minutes is up, and let's move on to another project. Okay. Mm, so what should we do now? At the end of this lesson, I'll teach you how to upload this into a physical microbit board. On to the next one. How about we use some input ones? Okay, so this is my project. I need a device to measure the temperature and the compass heading, and whether it is accelerating or decreasing or anything. 3 in 1. Okay. How do we name this one? I'll name it as the multi-sensor. Okay, I use 3 sensors, input functions. Okay, in so I remove forever. On the multi-sensor one, I said compass heading, temperature, and the acceleration. So on button A pressed, I need to get the temperature readings on this one. When the button B pressed, I need to take the compass heading on this one. Okay, and on the button A and B both are pressed at one and pressed at once. I need to know the acceleration of this microbit. Acceleration gives you whether it is moving or staying still, or it is dropping dropping or something. Okay, then what did I say? On the button A press, I need to take the temperature readings. So I use show string and name it as temp. Okay, so I take the reading. Temperature is also a number, so number comes here, and where should I read? In the input section there's a temperature on. Now only this function runs after button A pressed. Okay, let me press that. Multi-sensor, after the multi-sensor, temp is, it shows the virtual temperature 21 Celsius, but in the real environment now it is also I think 32, 33 or something. Okay, it gives a virtual temperature, but when you upload this code to your microbit, it will show the exact temperature. Okay, so how about the, yeah, for the second, yeah, I need to show you something in here as a tip. If we use same block for the same event, here I used A and A. Two A driven events cannot be exist along with each other. One have to go down. One has to go down. Here the new button A pressed is disabled. Okay. Now I select B. It becomes again active. Okay. Now I said I need to compass. No? I need to show compass. I'll name it as the compass. And compass is also the number heading, shows a heading. So I press B, compass, '90. See, shows 90 compass heading. These sensor readings are also in virtual, but in this virtual editor. But once you uploaded it to the real microbit board, it gives real readings. Okay, so I said what should I need to show for the A plus B. I said I need acceleration. Here there's a trick. Okay, I need you to get this one, and let me set up this one. So I named it as the accelerator, and from the input functions there's a acceleration. Okay, and there are x, y, z. X, y, z. X is horizontal, y is vertically, and z is cross the x and y. 3-dimensional, 3D. Do you know the 3D? Yeah. The third dimension is known as the z. So I use x, k, or z. I press A and B. Accelerate. 0. It showed 0. Why? This microbit is doesn't moving anyway. If it is moving, it shows. Okay. So how about we press A? Temperature. B. Compass heading. Yeah. So Does anyone need some clarifications on that one? Further clarifications? If you need further clarifications, please ask me. Okay. I'll give you 5 more minutes to 5 is too much. 3 minutes to figure this out. If you have any doubts, okay. So there's one more project. It is bit advanced, and it is the last one in our today's session. Okay, and I don't save this one, and I take a new project from that one. Today I'm making as my last project rock paper scissors. Ever tried about? I think you definitely tried played rock paper scissors. But have you ever imagined to play rock paper scissors from the microwave? Okay, and today I'm showing you the rock paper scissors. Basically, what do we do in a rock paper scissors game? Ourselves, we shake the hand 3 times, and um, randomly we generate three shapes. One is rock, paper, and scissor. Okay, and how do we do these things from the microwave? Yeah, we have shake function. And how do we take random? Yeah, for the random, uh, we have random numbers generator. And how do we visualize the rock paper and scissor things? We have LEDs to uh, show rock paper and scissor. Okay, uh, shall we start? Yeah, okay, we start. And I name this project on the start rock paper and sorry and scissor. RPN S rock paper scissor. Okay, then first thing is we have to shake our hands. Then we have to generate 3 numbers. I assign from progressing when progressing this project, you see, and on this one I choose I make a variable name hand, and on shake I set hand to 0, but I have to take 3 random numbers because we have 3 objects rock paper and scissor. From 1 we'll show the rock, and for the 2 paper and the scissor. Okay, and now we'll generate random numbers. Pick random. I define the numbers 1 to 3. So let's try this one. It doesn't show. Why? It doesn't show. Why? We didn't tell our microwave board to show the number that is generated on the hand. Okay, if you like, you can set show number and hand. Then yeah, numbers are generated. I test that. Now this part is running. Then I can move on to the logic. Yeah, why logic? Because I have to choose if the hand is equal to this one, I should show this one, and hand is equals to 2, then shows this one. Okay, so I'm going to the logic and comparison. Here you have the comparison. What are you comparing? I am comparing hand to 0, not hand to 1. Okay, if it is 1, I can take show only this one. Okay, then what happens? If it is 1, I said I need to show proc this one. Now it looks like a proc. Then I have to generate, if hand is equal to 2, I need to show the paper function. So what should we do? How do we do that? Yeah, press on plus icon on this one. Here you have a plus icon. Okay, yeah. You can see there's a else. Okay, now by considering this one, this logic only, it says if hand is equals to 1, true, but there's no any logical comparison in here. How do we get that? Again, we click there and it shows if hand is equal to this one, and another logic came, and I also put that hand equals to 2. What did I say? If the hand equals to 2, I like to show paper. How do we show the paper in this one? I color all this one. There are better ways, but for the beginners, this is the best way. Okay. Now we showed 1, 2, and we only left 3. There doesn't in there. We doesn't need to have a number. Okay. Then what? There's a risk also. I'll tell you and show you the solutions for that. Okay. And I'm creating a scissor. Here we got the rock, paper, scissor. Rock, paper, and scissor. Shall we try this one? Yeah, we got the scissor shake. Rock, paper, scissor, rock, and paper. Okay. At that time I told you there's a risk. Why? We only shows rock if the hand is equal to 1. Okay, if the hand is equals to, we are showing paper, but here there's no logic. So it means whether it is hand equal, whether it is hand variable or anything, it doesn't care. It only shows the scissor. So it's the problem. We can mitigate that one using another one, and here we get hand. sometimes this bugs are known vulnerabilities for the hackers. In reality, hackers doesn't try to get into this code in this microbit, but I'm trying to tell you, when you are writing the codes in your future, or in this moment also, try to code efficiently, leave no spaces in the code base or bugs or the backdoors. They are known as backdoors to hackers. uh, every year we can hear in the news or in the Facebook or YouTube, hackers got into something and stole some things. That's because of the non vulnerabilities that the programmer left. Okay, so let me finish this one. Waiting, I'll wait till the boot up sets. Rock, paper, scissor. Do not ever doubt. Another thing is, do not ever doubt the microbit is making rock, paper, scissor in sequence, because we use random number. It picks random numbers in a sequence, not in a sequence. It pick random numbers according to some algorithms that is built into this one. Okay, and that's all for today. It's 10:59, and if you have any doubts, please let me know, or compliments or arguments that are also accepted. If you have any doubts also, please ask. Okay, I have a compliment. Thank you very much. Yeah, um, thank you. And all right. today that's all for today. Thank you, thank you very much joining with us. Um, please try this, try these lessons and do your own research at home while in the quarantine session, and be safe and have a nice day. Thank you. I am today I'm now I am ending the session. Okay, goodbye everyone. And in the next week also we are holding another session like this one, and soon we are publishing this one, publishing the link, and um, we'll know how to join with us. Okay, and have a nice day. Thank you.